Welcome back, everyone. Well, I've done this a long time, in media, that is. And when it comes to politics, there are two things that are really important about anybody who gets involved in politics, that they have drive and that they have personality. Well, for the last couple of years, every once in a while when we do stories about South Glens Falls, the name Joe Orlow comes up. He's the mayor of South Glens Falls. And every time it comes up, there's a smile on somebody's face because of his drive and because of his dedication. So guess who's here? This is Joe Orlow, who's the mayor of South Glens Falls. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
What I'm saying there is really true. You can't be passive if you want to get involved in the community, and you can't be passive if you're going to try to stand for something and give people a choice, right?
Correct.
So you've been mayor the last 4 years, South
Correct.
Glens Falls. You're going to run again.
Yes, I am.
Well, I want to cycle back. What got you involved in politics to start with?
I believe in our community, and I believe that the constituents needed the choice.
Yeah.
And in 32 years, we had never really had a contested election.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Well, that tends to happen in more rural areas, quite honestly, is that they'll lock into a certain form of government or certain people involved in government. And change is hard anyway, but in that situation, a lot of people are reluctant. So you come along, you change things, you shake things up.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, very much so.
I got it. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, I have.
You have.
It's been one of the best
about it?
experiences I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
I believe in our community, and it's helping people.
Yeah.
I've always been involved behind the scenes, and I believe that our community has values that make people want to live there. We provide services. We have dedicated people that provide those services.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? South Glens Falls, we're kind of sandwiched in between where we are right here and where I live. My wife and I live in Glens Falls. In South Glens Falls, if you're on Saratoga, I think it's Avenue, right?
Saratoga Avenue. Yes, we do.
Saratoga Avenue, Route 9, is that you shoot right down there, and most of the village of South Glens Falls is borders Saratoga Avenue and then off a couple of blocks in either directions. But it's actually a very small village.
4 square miles, 3,500 to 4,000 people.
Right. I was just going to ask you the population. 400,000?
No, 35. It's 4 square miles.
Yes, okay.
And it's 3,500 to 4,000.
Yeah, I thought so. Boy, that's an awful lot of people.
I have a little Long Island accent going on there.
You know what, I could tell. If we were to take three things in the last 4 years that you saw as priority, or things that you really did concentrate on behalf of the community, what do you think those three things would be?
Clarity and stabilization of our finances in the budget.
Got it, okay. And got a couple of others?
Yes, providing an area that new businesses would want to move and do business in our community to generate passive income sales tax, so our burden isn't as heavy on the homeowner.
Yeah, sure, of course. And then I think you had mentioned infrastructure to me, too.
I wanted our infrastructure. The village was founded in 1895 to have its own water. And we have a state-of-the-art water plant, which is just completed. And now we have to work on the distribution factor. And we started that this year.
You did? Yes, I know you did. We did some stories on that. I want to cycle back on one of those. The heartbeat of any economic base, of course, is business, and it comes in two forms, right? Developing existing business and attracting new business. And, I drive through there all the time, Joe, and, I'm looking at that. Cumberland Farms there in South Glens Falls is the size of most small towns.
Yes, it is.
So you did something there. Is there a story?
Yes, there is. When I first became mayor, they approached us. We held them to some very high standards. They met every one of them.
Yeah,
they were going to take
have.
The old Joy store, which all of us know was a famous place, but we ended up with a vacant piece of land that was a special use. They were willing to purchase that whole piece of land, develop it, invest $5.5 million, which is going to generate tremendous sales tax, and it looks like a little mansion.
Boy, it is.
They did an iron fence around. They didn't do the typical stormwater pond. They did a grassy knoll. Couldn't have asked for better. They have been great to work with.
Yeah, that's actually quite a Cumberland Farms if you've seen it. I don't mean to put you on the spot there, but two others. Give me two other.
Stewart's is planning to purchase the surrounding houses and do a major expansion.
Oh, wow.
And Common Roots, our grassroots
brewery.
brewery, took a building that had sat empty, was a special use, invested a considerable money. Our LDC has helped them out, and they recently qualified for $100,000 through the brewery, mini breweries through New York State and Governor Cuomo's incentive.
Yeah, that's right. Anybody who knows that brewery is right on Route 9 there, Saratoga Avenue. as is Stewart's, and as is Cumberland Farms. Although Cumbie's at that intersection, right?
Stewart's is at the intersection, but as you do the yes,
as you make that
across
turn
from our
to
midtown,
come
yes,
yes, exactly right. All right, so looking ahead, we've got an election coming up in March.
yes.
And like in any race, you're going to have opponents. Assuming you get reelected, what would your priorities be if you get reelected?
Continue with more. We have a Midtown shopping plaza, which has been pretty dormant. It has the basis to generate a lot of sales tax income. I'd like to go after developers that will be looking on revitalizing it. And we've had a lot of expansion with properties, homes. We're a bedroom community that are developed. We've had 3 new developments going on in our community in the last 4 years. And I've tried to make sure that we're very business and community friendly to whoever wants to come to our community.
Boy, I got it, Joe. You seem so dedicated, And again, anytime your name comes up, there's a smile on people's face. You got quite a personality. You do.
You got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah, well,
You got to have a
apparently you
sense
do.
of humor.
Yeah, if you don't have a sense of humor in today's politics, I got news for you. You're in trouble.
You big time.
You got it. Well, Joe, thank you very much for coming in. We've been dying to meet you and talk to you. And as we get closer to the election, come on back in again.
I'd love to, and the pleasure's mine.
Yes, great.
I am a dedicated watcher and listener.
Oh, thanks. Well, good. Nice to meet you, Joe.
Same here. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Thank you.
Good. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.